Hello again, everybody. I'm Chris Mooneyham from 680 The Fan, the NFHS Network, and of course, from the Touchdown Club of Atlanta. And thanks for joining us for another week of My Take. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Really appreciate you coming back to the blog this week as we now really start to shift our focus to the winter months, the winter sports, of course, as we try to dodge the sleet that's starting to fall outside as I speak here in Gwinnett County. But just the same, now is the time. We've had a few weeks to decompress from some of the other sports that have ended. And now we start to shift our focus to sports like, the end of wrestling. We get ready for the end of basketball, which is arguably the second most popular sport in the state of Georgia. Most likely, I believe it is anyway. We've got a lot of sports that are starting in February as well. So that's kind of what I thought I would do this week is get back into the calendar. This is an old standby, an old favorite of My Take in the TCA All Sports Report that we did for so long in the fall months during football. So I started to think to myself, I've already had a couple of questions from buddies this week as to, where do we stand on basketball? Hey, when does soccer start up? Questions like that. And other guys saying, I can't wait for baseball to start up because that means spring. And I said, well, you got a little time to wait for that one, buddy. But anyway, so I figured it's calendar time. It's calendar time this week. What we really need to start looking towards the first championships that we will crown here in the next few weeks. We're crowning wrestling champions as we speak. The duels, traditionals already happened, I think, or duels has already happened. As I'm cutting this on the 20th of January, I think we've already missed duels, and traditional is probably taking place this weekend, as a matter of fact. No, I've got that wrong. Traditional is actually in February, and now I have it right here in front of me. The traditional wrestling sectional is going to take place on the 5th and 6th of February, and the state tournament will be the 11th, 12th, and 13th. The 11th, 12th, and 13th of February. Another sport that is remarkably more popular than I think a lot of people realize is swimming and diving in the state of Georgia. With all the clubs that we have, the high school ranks really pretty popular. We have pretty high viewership every year, and I hope to be on the play-by-play again this year as I was last year. Kevin Cargill, who was a relatively highly decorated guy in this state for diving, swimming and diving, I believe that we'll be on the play-by-play again for the swimming and diving state championships. They'll take place Thursday the 4th of February through Saturday the 6th of February. But the broadcast will be live on the NFHS network on Saturday the 6th, the swimming and diving state championships on the NFHS network on Saturday the 6th. The biggest story over the next few weekends, the winding down of basketball's regular season. The last weekend of the regular season will be the 6th of February, Saturday the 6th of February, or maybe Sunday if they have to push a game back because of weather or something to that effect. But region tournaments will take place the week of the 7th and 8th, Sunday the 7th, or maybe beginning on the 8th. And, of course, some of the smaller regions may start on Tuesday the 9th. But you get the picture. You see what I mean. During that week, region basketball will have to be completed by the 13th of February. That's a Saturday. That's when all the region tournament champions need to be decided and turned into the GHSA, because the very next week is the start of the state basketball tournament. To be precise, the 16th, Tuesday the 16th, is the start, the first round of the GHSA Dr. Ralph Swearigan basketball tournament. That'll all lead us to the state semifinals, which is traditionally, again, I know I said the same thing about football, but it's true for basketball as well. The semifinals traditionally every year far more exciting than the championship games. I mean that as no slight, no knock on the championship games. That's just the way it happens to work out. I think because you end up with more balance. For whatever reason, in the semifinals, you end up with more drama. And so in some cases, not just because of sheer numbers, double the teams, double the viewing audience, really for sheer numbers, more people will pay attention because of the dramatics of the semifinals for the state's basketball tournament than the championships. And those semifinals will take place the weekend of February 27th. That's a Saturday, February 27th. You can watch the state semifinals in GHSA basketball unfold live on the NFHS network. I believe every single semifinal ball game, unless something changes and I haven't been told, every single semifinal ball game, boys and girls, will be live on the NFHS network on Saturday, February 27th. Not sure where I'll be yet or whom I will be calling or who I'll be working with on the mic, but yours truly will be out somewhere across the Empire State of the South for the state semifinals. By the way, if you did not take in the state semifinals that were held down in Columbus last year, which I was fortunate enough to call, go to NFHSnetwork.com and search basketball in the state of Georgia. Go back to the end of February last year and search for the games that were in Columbus. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. The state championships in GHSA basketball will take place the weekend of the first weekend of March. That's the easiest way to put it. The first weekend of March on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, as they always have been. But it looks like there's going to be a little bit of a change. GPB usually handles all of the championship games for football and for basketball, but unless something changes, it looks like the NFHS network is going to have the exclusive call of the Thursday state championship basketball broadcasts. That'll be 1A public and 4A, I believe, is who goes off on Thursday. So 1A girls, 1A boys, and then it'll be 4A girls and 4A boys. Again, the first day of the 2016 GHSA Dr. Ralph Swearigan State Championships will take place on Thursday, and all four of those games will be live on the NFHS network, and hopefully I'll be on the play-by-play of those as well. So a very busy February, to say the least, a very, very busy February as we get closer and closer to the busiest month in all of Georgia high school athletics. And trust me, at some point during this spring, that month will be a focus of the My Take segment of our broadcast. Because as I look forward in the calendar and I see all the championships that are taking place in May, I just want to pull what little hair I have left out of my head. Until next week, I'm Chris Mooneyham for My Take.